Hello and welcome to an informative playthrough of Night Springs, the recently released DLC for Alan Wake 2. I am your host, Oversoul, and I will be guiding you through this multiversal adventure. In this DLC, we will be playing as alternate reality versions of familiar characters from the Remedy Universe games. You see, before he was a famous horror writer, Alan Wake was a screenwriter for Night Springs, the TV show created by the FBC to desensitize the public to paranormal activity. During his time in the Dark Place, Alan wrote 3 new episodes of Night Springs in an attempt to use his powers to escape from the Dark Place. But instead of escaping, what he actually did was cause altered world events in other realities. And that's where this DLC comes in. So, although the events you're about to see may not be part of the main timeline, they are canonical to the overall multiverse. And the third episode in particular might be more important than you think to the future of the franchise. In this first episode, Number One Fan, we will be playing as a multiversal version of Rose the Waitress, Alan Wake's number one fan. Let's begin, shall we?
A fan. The dictionary definition of the word is an enthusiast, a fervent devotee, an abbreviation of fanatic. What comes across to an outsider as a dangerous obsession or even madness is something entirely different from the point of view of the fan herself. To be a fan is a joyous existence, one filled with the happiness that stems from knowing with utter clarity the purpose of your life. But what if that purpose could be more still? If you could be lifted out of the flock as your idol's chosen one, the only one who could decipher his secret messages. What lengths would you go to save the object of your obsession in Night Springs? Tonight's cult classic episode, Number One Fan.
Life's a funny thing. You spend all your time wishing and hoping and dreaming for something, and then, bam! Destiny shows up at your door like a mailman with a package you were pretty sure got lost because you ordered it like 6 months ago. But that's okay. When your destiny has eyes like sunsets and a beard like mahogany-colored velvet, you don't really mind how it arrives. But my day didn't start off with all that excitement. It began like any other day did for this waitress/protector of the town of Night Springs. As always, Knight's Diner was the hottest spot in town, so there was plenty of work to do.
So, what we have here, folks, is basically if Rose herself had written a fan fiction about her love for Alan Wake and it came true, this is a reality where Rose deciphered the secret messages from Alan and became the hero that saved him. But this reality is very skewed in her favor as she's clearly the quote unquote protagonist.
It's everyone's favorite waitress.
Look who it is!
Hi, everyone. Could I get another cup of that delicious special brew that only you know how to make?
Of course. Who else wants a top up?
Me.
Right here, please.
One for me, please, and thank you.
Will do. Let me just grab a fresh pot.
Did you see one of those names was Lady with 7 Corgis? Yeah, you'll notice that none of the characters.
I come here
none of the characters in this DLC will go by their actual names from the main universe because they are alternate universe versions. So instead, we get names like the waitress and the guy who only eats burgers and the lady with the green car, and and that'll continue throughout all the DLCs or all the episodes of this DLC. I mean,
Another cup.
I would kill to have a passion like you do for that writer of yours. You two are destined for each other.
We sure are.
how romantic.
Hot coffee.
I heard your fan site for that writer was named best fan site in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. It wasn't easy.
Remember also that Alan's the way that Alan is able to affect reality with his writing, it's not that he's able to create universes and worlds out of thin air. It's that he's able to take things that already exist in other realities and expand upon them and affect them directly. So he's not a god, but
Pie here is to die for.
he's not a god, but he is a para-utilitarian with multiversal abilities, as we learned at the end of Alan Wake 2, where he became the master of many worlds, you may remember. That is going to come back in the third episode of this DLC, by the way.
Here's your coffee.
How do you juggle running this diner, your bird sanctuary, and that amazing fan site for the writer you love so much?
I work extremely hard, but also I'm naturally talented.
Well, heck, no wonder us regular folks can't keep up. I'll never be as successful as you.
You won't be with that attitude. Life's not a side order of hash browns, so don't expect someone to bring it to you.
Wow. That's tough, but fair. Thank you for telling me exactly what I needed to hear.
No problem.
How profound. That's everyone who needed a coffee refill, right? No, wait. This guy
Oops.
needs one.
Wrong way. Here you go.
A person of your genius and grace is wasted serving coffee to us regular Joes and Joannes.
Oh, I don't mind.
Seriously though, it's hard to believe that there's actually a reality where everyone holds this girl on a pedestal
That's
like this.
everyone's coffee. Better put this pot back.
This is clearly a fantasy of hers that came true.
I loved being the very successful owner and operator of the county's most popular diner. But that was nothing compared to my grease fire of passion for the writer and his sheer literary talent and flowing hair and lips like buttery pie crust. Pie! I need to clear the empty pie plates from the tables. Shucks.
My date last night was a total bust. You're the expert on romance. Any advice?
Yes. But first, tell me everything.
Long story short, she told me I dressed like a divorced gym teacher. But it's what's inside that matters, right?
You still have to put in some effort. If you don't have a jacket with elbow patches, buy one.
Elbow patches. Oh, got it. Thanks a million.
Don't mention it.
Normally I would have chose personality as all that matters, but I did that on my first playthrough and I didn't like what she said. So
Is Knight's Diner going to enter the statewide pie competition this year?
Of course. We're gonna make this our 20th win in a row. Those plates won't clear themselves.
I saw in the news that you saved every single kitten from that bear attack. Amazing!
Thanks. Those yoga lessons really paid off.
oh my god, Rose is a Mary Sue in this universe.
The writer lives just outside town in that mansion of his. Why don't you go talk to him?
Oh, we have our own ways of talking. I better take these plates back to the service window.
Excuse me, can I borrow you?
What can I get you?
Oh. I need a good book recommendation. After all, you're the town's literature buff.
Well, have you heard of Alan Wake?
You have got to read the newest book in the Writer's Crime Trilogy. I'll grab you a copy from the back.
All right, now it's time for things to start getting a little interesting. This is a horror game after all, so there's going to be some horror parts. But out of the 3 episodes of Night Springs we're going to play through, this one is definitely the most comedic.
He better not crease any pages.
It's me, your favorite writer whose voice you would recognize in your sleep. I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan, you're the only one who can save me.
Oh my gosh! Don't worry, I'm on my way. My beloved writer was in terrible danger, and I had to rescue him. The stakes had never been higher. Luckily, I kept all my accessories in the diner's kitchen.
Just wait till you see what her quote-unquote accessories are.
My accessories. Everything a girl needed to claim victory in the battle for love.
She's got a back room full of weapons like Stewie
My
Griffin.
trusty 12 gauge, fully automatic. Extreme circumstances call for extreme shotguns.
Yes, a fully automatic shotgun.
My bolt-action hunting rifle with a gorgeous walnut stock. Deadly, and looks good doing it. Just like me.
You may be wondering...
I was finally ready for a night out on the town. With danger.
You may be wondering, fully automatic shotgun, how the hell is that possible? Well, it's quite simple, really. I wish I could pick up these healing items and stuff. The answer is this is the multiverse, and different reality, different rules. There you go. Deal with it. That's all I can say. Just accept it. Just like accept that they're all cheering for us going to save the writer.
The boatyard is this way! You better hurry! Go through the boatyard! It's the shortest route!
I was pressing...
This was my moment. My chance to save the writer and make him realize how much he needed me. And if that's not love, I don't know what is.
I pressed the dodge.
While you're gone, or we'll be way worse at it!
This is...
I was leaving my old life behind, like a body left to sink in a lake so no one finds it. Nothing would get between me and my future with the writer.
This is ridiculous. In a good way. I would have never expected some nonsense like this, to be completely honest with you.
Now, who the heck is that?
Like, I mean, the Remedy universe is weird, but, I mean, if they can put a musical in the middle of all their games, then why not? Something like this, too, right? Hey, you kind of look like the writer, quote-unquote, also known as Alan Wake.
Who are you? And why do you look like a slightly less handsome version of my writer?
Oh, don't you ever compare me to that worthless hack. Sure, I may be his wild and rebellious estranged twin brother, but we can't all be perfect.
I had no idea he had a brother. To think there were 2 of him all this time.
After today, there won't be. No more writer, no more books, no more living in his shadow.
But you're his brother. I'm sure you 2 can talk it out and realize you have so much in common, and after you change, you can move in together. and I'll come over with popcorn for movie nights.
He had his chance for popcorn and movie nights, but he wanted to keep everything for himself. Too bad. You know what they say? If you can't join him, beat him.
Get that backwards.
What did you do to him?
I locked Mr. Fancy Pants up somewhere you'll never find him.
You won't get away with this. I'll stop you.
Babe, I got an army of people that hate that hack almost as much as I do. They're ready to die if it stops him from writing another crappy book. What do you got?
I have the power of love.
Oh, is that right? Well, you're gonna need more than your feelings if you want to stop all of us.
Only a monster.
Here we go.
can be blind to the
Time for some
brilliance of
combat.
my writer's books.
Now, let me show you what they mean by automatic shotgun. Oh shit. Hold on. I forgot to, yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, so, those are kind of like the Taken, but they're called haters because, you know, they hate Alan, or the writer. I love this.
Jerky twin had him locked up somewhere. A sweet, helpless prince locked in a tower. But his fan in shining armor was on her way. Luckily, one of his fans had made a hole in the fence.
I freaking love this Dukes of Hazzard music that plays every time there's a fight in her story, too. It's so wacky. Intentionally so, of course, but still. I love it. Out of the 3 stories you'll see in this Night Springs DLC, this one is by far the
The
goofiest.
twins' motorcycle had left tracks in the mud. I recognized the tread pattern immediately, thanks to my famously keen perception. The tracks would lead me right to my writer and his kidnapper. I felt like the detective from my writer's books, solving the case with my wits. All I needed now was an unlimited supply of black coffee and crippling emotional trauma caused by the untimely death of my spouse.
Meh. That's all it needs. That's all it takes to be a
More
writer.
haters. This morning, so don't mess with me. Whoops! Gotta put more bullets in.
Yes, that is how guns work. Alright, I need you 3 to funnel together over here. I'm trying to kill 3 of you in one hit so I can get the only trophy I haven't gotten this DLC yet. Got it. All right. Oh, what fun it is to shoot haters in the woods.
Why hadn't my writer ever told me he had a semi-evil twin brother? He must be waiting until our third or fourth date, surrounded by candles, so he could reveal this vulnerable chapter from the dramatic story of his emotionally troubled past. Oh, that man has more layers than a croissant.
Ha! Okay, then. There's a little Easter egg over here.
My #1 fan. If I don't make it, then I just want you to know that No. I can't say it. Curse my cripplingly sensitive artistic nature.
But I love you because you're sensitive. Just hold on.
Anyways, that's just missable dialogue that you have to go over there to get.
The motorcycle tracks ended at a cabin. Was my writer inside?
Hello? Is anybody there? I'm just a frail writer and I require aid.
He's inside.
It's obviously a trap.
I'm here. I've come to save you.
Oh, joy! We can finally be together and sit through big poetry readings and drink $18 cocktails and have high tea with the queen.
Wait a minute. My writer only drinks coffee. 2 sugars, no milk. I keep all the mugs.
Okay, no more tricks. I'll be waiting upstairs.
I guess writing doesn't run in the family.
Really dark in this house.
Where are you?
I was never upstairs. I lied when I said there were no more tricks.
Ooh, you're starting to piss me off, mister. Where is my writer?
I'm just having a little fun. Let's chat down at the beach. It's just out the back.
First, he kidnaps my writer. Then he calls him a tea drinker. He had crossed the line. I was going to go to that beach and give this jerk the scolding of a lifetime.
Not this beach. This beach. Ha! That way you know which way to go. That's funny. Oh, I love this silly nonsense. I love it. I love it so much. All right.
Hey, me and my bike were just enjoying the view.
Where is my writer?
What do you even see in that crybaby? He's boring, he dresses like a nerd,
Hush your mouth! He is a stylish intellectual who is in touch with his feelings.
He's starting to cramp my style, babe. And I'm not telling you where he is.
What did he ever do to you?
I, already told you that? At the boatyard? I feel overshadowed by success, like he's taking everything I can compete.
Oh, right. I remember now. It's a self-confidence thing.
Well, It's a bit more complicated than that.
She's flustering the shit out of
You
him.
are going to tell me where he is, or else.
Or else what, babe?
You asked for it. You are rude, you have no manners, your too cool to care attitude is attractive initially, but drives people away after they realize you're emotionally incapable of letting your walls down to reveal that you are a vulnerable human being just like everybody else. You are trying way too hard with that outfit.
No, stop! I don't like being seen! Listen, I never had your precious writer. I was just keeping you distracted while my army of haters storms his mansion. Now the love of your life is doomed. Doomed!
Oh my god.
He tricked me, even with my famously keen perception. Had to get to my writer's mansion as fast as my chunky kitten heels would take me.
They may not be taken, but they sure act like they are. This automatic shotgun is so cool.
I knew you, my #1 fan, would never fall victim to my twisted brother's lies. His hatred for me is as inexplicable as the sunrise, and just as fiery.
The sunrise is not
But I knew your
inexplicable.
heart would never waver. You're the only one who can save me. I believe in you.
Are they trying to say Rose is a flat earther? I mean, that would make sense. She is fucking nuts.
My writer believed in me. We were kindred spirits. We fit together like a bicycle chain and that spiky wheel thing the chain fits into. We were connected by love and destiny. He was meant to be mine, always and forever. There was no time to lose. I was the only one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature from these evil haters. The fate of all art rested on my shoulders.
We're almost done with this
Had never been higher.
episode, I mean. Time for a little boss battle.
If I have to stop you myself, I will. Unlike him, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
His motorcycle's a wolf, too. Got him. I mean, for all that was way easier than the fight with Mr. Scratch in the main game.
Go ahead. Finish me off.
I'm not going to kill you. You're my darling writer's brother.
You really do love him, huh? I guess I never even had a chance. I was just jealous of his talent, his money, his velvety hair,
Oh my god.
but mostly that he's got the love love of somebody as amazing as you.
This is just Alan jacking himself off here. Remember, he wrote this. Alan Wake wrote this shit.
Oh, you silly werewolf. You could have all those things too. You just need to stop wanting to be him and start wanting to be you.
Your words have shown me that it wasn't my brother I hated. It was myself. Oh, what have I done? Those haters will tear him apart, and it's all my fault. Please, go save him.
Oh, I intend to.
Oh, years of therapy condensed down to less than an hour and a few shotgun bullets. All right. Oh, did you think we were done? Nah, not yet. This is like a Quentin Tarantino movie. That's what I just realized this episode is like. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. But like... you know, at the end of the movie, when someone busts into the house and blows everyone away with a shotgun and there's country, like fast-paced country music playing. Bluegrass murder music. Hey, look, that looks familiar. It's not a loop, it's a spiral. So we already know in any unit...
isn't going to kiss himself.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Save himself.
We already know in any universe in the Remedy stories, any reality in this entire Remedy multiverse, this spiral door, always leads to Alan's writer's room every single time. It's the one constant in every universe. Same for all the other doors.
He was. After all the fighting, we were finally alone. Together. Our love was written in the stars. And so we danced like two spinning planets that would eventually crash into each other in a dazzling display of flames and rocks and other planet stuff. He told me all the sweet things I'd been waiting a lifetime to hear. I saw myself reflected in his eyes. I would always be at his side, to inspire and protect him. He needed me, now and forever. After all, I am his #1 fan.
Thank you for joining me for this first episode, folks. But rather than do my normal outro, I'm going to let Mr. Door take care of it for me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.
A fan and the object of her joy come together against a world trying to keep them apart. A happy ending for some. But is happiness, like beauty, all in the eye of the beholder? Where is the line between fandom and fixation? One can never tell in